Congressman Buddy Carter serves on the House Budget Committee and also the Energy and Commerce Committees. Thank you for being with me. First of all, I don't know if you could hear the reporting from Steve Harrigan, but this sounds long-term. Is it?
Yes, it is going to be long-term. And Harris, let me first say that to those who have been through this and who are currently going through this, we love you, we are praying for you, and we're going to be there for you. And I will tell you, Harris, this is my home. This is where I've lived all my life in South Georgia. I've never seen any devastation like this before. It is beyond anything that I can describe. And I will tell you that even Georgia Power, our major energy provider, says that they've never seen anything like this. Over 5,000 poles down, 425 miles of wire that they've had to replace. But throughout this, what we've witnessed with our first responders and with our power workers working tirelessly to get power back. And we still have a lot of people who don't have power and are not going to have power for a while. But our first responders, people like Leon Davis from Blackshear, Georgia and Pierce County, who was assistant fire chief and who lost his life in the line of duty when a tree fell on his truck. And I met with Miss Shirley and Scott and Kevin yesterday in Blackshear, and I want them to know that we love you and we're going to be there for you.
So much love and so many prayers. And I want to thank you. Our audience could see it as you were talking. Some of those pictures were from you and what you've witnessed in those crews that you're working with. And there you are, you're working with to try to shore things up so people can move forward. And your words for North Carolina were much appreciated, I'm certain. Every state is in a different, and there's 6 of you with states suffering from this, is in a different position, and you're all working together. Look, here's something that the whole country is feeling, and I can't even imagine the panic that this is bringing when resources are so important. And I think we have a live look at the Savannah, Georgia. Yeah, we do. This is the port. I mean, nothing's moving. That strike is affecting the ability to help people who need it. Your state and district, day 2 of this massive strike on vital ports along the East Coast all the way to the Gulf. What is this like?
Well, this is the worst thing that could happen right now. I mean, look, we're already hurting from the effects of Hurricane Helene. And now you're talking about the Georgia ports and all the ports on the eastern seaboard. But the Georgia ports are the economic engine of our area, over 500,000 jobs. And for every week that the ports are closed down, that's a $4.5 billion economic impact. Combined with what's going on with the hurricane, that's going to lead to economic disaster. And I certainly hope that the Biden-Harris administration will step in the negotiations and encourage a settlement so that we can get back to work here. This is not what we need right now, especially.
Yeah, look, the vice president is supposed to be in your state today. I don't know how that's going to work out if she doesn't address the situation. By the way, those are not people helping. Those are people who are picketing in the middle of this disaster. So all respect for the right for them to do that, but can somebody maybe pick up some water and help out? I'm just asking. Okay, so places like Baltimore, Houston, Brooklyn, and all over New Jersey, we have so many ports along our coastline there. The union boss is leading the charge. Let's watch.
But they want to get rid of our jobs out of the United States. So that's why we're all fighting here. It's for jurisdiction, for health, it's for wages, it's for a whole bunch of stuff, and they don't want to come to the table and share. And that's why we're out here saying, you would never have this money if it wasn't for the unions up and down this coast to Houston, fighting every day during COVID.
Look, I just have to say it. They could help out in a crisis. Maybe they're not going to work those ports, but they could help. Economists are warning that if the strike lasts more than a week, we could get the kind of inflation for 6 months similar to or worse than peak inflation levels a year ago under the Biden-Harris administration. Every industry will feel the weight from this, from food to cars to medicine. Bad news for Americans who are already feeling the pinch. And I come back to you, Congressman Carter. It could not be worse timing for you and those other states hit by Helene.
No, it could not be, Harris. And you're absolutely right. They have the right to do this, and we understand where they're coming from. But at the same time, please, we need help right now. Our people need help right now. We are hurting. And this is the worst thing that could possibly happen right now in combination with the effects of the hurricane. We don't need a shutdown of our port, the economic engine of our area.
Did the administration get there fast enough in your estimation?
Well, quite honestly, they have responded. And President Trump was down here earlier in the week.
That's the former administration.
Well, the Biden-Harris administration, in all fairness, the governor had applied for a major disaster area, and the president approved that, and we're appreciative of that. That's certainly going to help, but we need help immediately. These people are hurting down here. Yeah,
Governor Kemp did that right away. All right. Representative Carter, we appreciate you coming with us today. I'm going to check back with you on this port situation, though. That's a lot of people picketing. Those are a lot of hands that could help. I just can't miss that live picture. It's hard not to see the obvious in that. God bless you, sir, and all those you are helping. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, just like after